What's up, everybody? I am finally back, able to record some videos, and today I'm going to start a new series with X-Men Legends, because I've seen, I don't know who's all seen Deadpool Wolverine. I thought it was a great movie. I've seen it twice in theaters already, and I've been kind of getting into X-Men, been going through the movies, kind of prepping myself for that, watching the cartoons and shit, and now I'm ready to play the game. I have played X-Men Legends 1 and 2, beat them both with my dad. Another thing I want to point out, I might be able to show. The reason I've been gone so long is because of that little guy right there. His name is Banshee. He is my new. This coming Saturday, he will be 12 weeks old. No, don't start it again. We already went through that. So, I've been a little busy waiting because I had to wait 8 weeks because my aunt had bred her dog. I'm not going to say the breed just due to potential hate or backlash. If you guys could tell what breed he was by how he looked, it's fine. His name's Banshee, you know, the X-Men. No, stop it. I just want to say what I got to say before I start the video. Okay. And I waited 8 weeks, got him, and I've been taking care of him and some other stuff. So I haven't been able to record a whole lot. So now I'm going to adjust some of these settings. Right, that should be good. So let's get into it.
Today on RVN World News, we examine the growing mutant menace. It's a concern of worldwide proportions. This scene took place in Russia 2 weeks ago as a young mutant stood in defiance of the military. And in the Far East, the authorities attempted to quell an uprising at a mutant camp, but they had little success.
We interrupt this newscast with a breaking story. A young woman named Allison Cressmere was identified as a mutant. The Genetic Research and Security Organization is now responding to that report, but a mob has formed and tempers are flaring.
Help! Somebody help me! Mom! Mom! I'm not a mutant! I swear I'm not!
Rob, grab the girl and get out of here!
Get out of my face! Come here, you! Mind if I cut in?
Stop! Stop! Stop fighting! Stop it right now! Stop! Stop!
So if you guys haven't noticed, different background setting in my living room due to my dog. So I've been down here and I haven't I've had it down here for a while.
Freeze, mutie!
Finally got some time to do it.
Hey, bub, you should have called in sick today.
Let's start with some X-Men. This could be a good way to do it. And it's a fun game. I'm not sure how quickly I'd be able to move through it. I'm thinking like hour episodes, just due to the fact that this game is long. And yes, I am playing it from the PS2, so I feel like things are
You're going down! Who's next?
Which I explained in another video that I recorded, we don't need the game to. I might explain things like trash cans. You get the energy packets, which are your blue and your what they're essentially called. It could be your health packets or like a health potion.
Think you're bad, mutie? Say goodnight, bub.
I've enjoyed this game. Deacon, I've played it. I won't look probably around everywhere, especially for sake. But I will probably.
You're going down. Sweet dreams, sucker.
Most gamers know. I've watched my fair share of people play games. Some of them I cringe at, like I can't watch them play games anymore. Now I don't know if that's how anybody else feels about it.
Hey, I ain't doing so good here.
This is how blue, which is like my ability. Wolverine has some healing factor, and then there's that little bar down there, which is the extra.
Who's next?
He gets a healing factor, obviously. It's just part of the game. It's actually a key thing to have in this, because you can run out of health very, very quickly. Which can be tough at times, but that's alright. Like, me and my cousin, I took it because he's got a PS2 Slim. The Chiseler 22, I will link his video in the description. Go check out, or not his video, his YouTube channel. Go check it out. I don't know if he's uploaded the video yet. I'm in one of his Minecraft videos. That's all he's got on his channel right now. Plus, like, a Lego thing that both me and I worked on. Like, we didn't work on the same one. He worked on his own, and I worked on my own. But we were both in my kitchen working on them. Obviously, you can find mine on my channel.
Am I playing too rough for you?
But I'll link his channel in the description because I'm a nice guy. We're both YouTubers trying to grow. He has plugged my channel a couple times in his channel. He was going to try to link my channel in the description.
Time you freaks learned a lesson.
So there's a level 1.
Now I'm really ready for a scrap.
Play his games. So you can get the clips. I'll show you all the stuff like that. See, it's janky when you pause because it cuts like that, which is by obviously pushing the start button. But if you press select, so I've noticed a lot of people like to pause the game and go to the characters menu. And I don't know if that's because they're playing on other versions of the game. But with PlayStation, you can just press the select button, and it immediately, it's a bypass right to the characters instead of having to press start. But you can go in here, obviously. Now, I'm just that kind of guy where it just seems in games like I just want to do that. Oops. I want them all even. I want them all to be the same number. It's hard to do that, but that's just my quirk in like any game. As you can see, he's got his different abilities. As you can tell, these 3 have a double stack. They have one indented and below them. You have to get this first bar full to unlock it, to get to that next one below it, to essentially boost even more damage to this than it already gets. And at least I believe so. Yeah. And these yellow ones to start, these 2, and I believe the other ones as well, you require 2 points, which 2 levels worth for a little while. Then I think at some point you actually start getting 2 points. I don't remember that, but here's the healing factor that I was talking about. You immediately, in personal opinion, first one you want to start with, because like granted, yeah, you could go like expertise or critical strike or just upgrade his. Actually, you can't, not level 3. But the healing factor allows him to heal fully. So, over time, after not receiving damage and being idle. Here's his equipment. You can get different things. Obviously, I don't have anything. So, So we're going to just continue on. You get the gist. I'll come back to it always late. I'll come back to the rest of that kind of show.
Time you freaks learned a lesson.
The one thing I do love about this game is there's like always combat. Which is very nice for people, especially who want to always see something. And I can blame you. I don't always see something happen. I don't enjoy me talking.
You're lucky you're still breathing.
But we're all just trying to make it for you guys because it's a fun game. For people that do watch my videos, it is a great pleasure for me to make the videos for you guys, and it does help me out by watching them, which I do gladly appreciate.
Don't have enough power.
Now, you do get a lot of different But, anyways, I'm enjoying making content for you guys. It might just be
You're going down.
Guess you didn't want a piece of me.
Hopefully have other people enjoy trying to be maybe I'm making maybe I'm somebody's new friend. Maybe I'm a friend or somebody who needs like somebody who watches me for a comfort. No, honestly, I'm not that big. Serious basic power cancer. Oh, I think I know what it was. This freaked the hell out of me. My recycling truck's here outside, and I heard it like. Yeah, just heard it again. That freaked me out. But I want to be here to help anyone through anything and spread my love for games and people who enjoy watching me or potentially. Because there are certain games where, say, I get enough people who want to watch, right? And I will actually allow some people to join me. Not for a lot. And I know I will be playing. At one point, I'd like to actually have my dad play, like, maybe this with me for a bit. Or some game. My cousin, I will know I will do some stuff with on the channel as well. But there's just a lot I want to do. And a lot that I'm hoping to achieve for this channel.
Hey, Wolverine.
What are you waiting for? Come on. What's going on here? You're finished, Mystique. Give up.
Fool. You think I came here alone?
I will annihilate you!
Got him with the combos. Kicks. Squares to pick things up. Pick things up with guys. No, it is the game. There's something in the
You are destined to lose, X-Men!
You ain't getting up from that.
We're gonna continue anyways.
annihilate you!
Sure, it'd be cool to have like
Who's next?
I don't want the series to be too long. At about an hour, like me and my dad cruised through it in about 50 hours. Now that's scouring every place. Here, I'm not gonna kind of do. Oh yeah, I didn't see. You can go to the character menu here. I didn't mean to pause, but at about an hour apart, I'm thinking it'll be about 30 episodes due to the fact that I could probably negate about 20 hours from not looking and waiting around and shit like that. We'll find out. We'll see.
Ha! You're one of the mighty X-Men?
That better not. That better not disappear. I'm gonna be mad. That's. Oh, thank you. The nano fight. Now I can also display that. See, the basic power enhancer here is a +9 to 11 damage to mutant power attack. So, like, where I've been pressing R2 and X, if you've seen, like, the slash, and it's, like, red claws and stuff like that, that's, like, their mutant abilities. Or, like, this. Either 3 of these, plus this one. But that's the super new one. Get that for a while. Now, the nanofiber is obviously it's just armor. It's minusing 5 damage, and I'm glad I got this as early on as I did, because me and Ethan, we didn't get one for like ever, and we were getting like mauled because for some reason it's you get beat up. But that's why you always break like the plants.
I will annihilate you.
Like trash cans, boxes, clothes.
Who's next? Better matter.
Pretty much what you want. I'm gonna level up right now. I'm gonna level up right now. I take that back. We'll put one in the expertise. We'll get some more of that. Alrighty. Let's go. I missed the
I'll see you again, X-Men!
This is like one of my favorite games. Not my favorite. I've been meaning to do my favorite series for a while. I have the episode recorded. I just haven't done anything for it. We can only hold 10 of them for health in the packets. I don't remember if that goes up at all. It might go. If it does, max.
You are destined to lose, X-Men!
We'll get to that series later. It's one of my favorite games, despite what other people might think of it. I think it's one of the best games. It's just, I swear, it's like almost popping into my right ear. I don't know. But at extraction points, you can save or load the game. But extraction ones are not the ones you want, or the purple ones. I don't know. They might be extraction points either way. You don't want the purple ones. You want. I'm gonna just save over top of these. You want the blue ones, because the blue ones allow you to visit Forge, which you'll see later on. Go to the danger room, change your guys, whatnot. You can view your team instead of just the 4 in your party. So there's that whole bit there. Wow, I didn't think it'd be taking this long to save. But you get the gist anyways. This is by far. I'm hoping the Wolverine game is going to do good. I really do. Because X-Men Legends...
I will annihilate you!
X-Men Legends is just this one. X-Men Legends 2. Rise of Apocalypse.
I'm the best at what I do.
then obviously following game is these two are by far the best X-Men games there really is. It's kind of scary because X-Men just.
You are destined to lose, X-Men.
Maybe you ought to stay down. I need more power to do that.
Working on it.
I will annihilate you!
See, I don't get this, right? Notice how she's should be this way, but she's not.
Help! I'm
So
fading quick.
Like if I defeat this one, now
You ain't getting out from that.
she turns back. But it should have actually been that first one.
Wolverine, someday, some way, I'll see you die.
You're done, darling, and I ain't even broken a sweat. Where's Blob taking the kid?
She's ours now, Wolverine. You'll never see her again.
We'll get her back, Mystique. Even if we have to cut down each and every one of you Brotherhood psychos. What's so special about her?
The Crestmere child has her uses.
You always got some plan brewing, don't you, Mystique? It's time to save Allison.
You'll never catch Blob!
Oh, take the L, Mystique! Now, you do regenerate energy over time, but it's like extremely slow, especially early on. So, yeah. It might improve over time. I don't know. It's usually best just to have a higher energy point. Oh, it's Mystique again.
Hey, Wolverine.
So co-op is, you can actually play with two people.
Will do.
And now you got the,
Yeah.
you're gonna have up to
Will do. Yes.
This is impossible!
Thanks for playing.
you won't get all heavy. See, this is where the change team is. The other two functions haven't showed up. I'm not gonna save yet because it's premature.
You are destined to lose, X-Men!
Oh yeah.
Level up. I was gonna say, I don't know if I ever said it, got to it. Damn. There's no visibility. I can't. We'll do that. I will try to keep them fresh. Now, obviously, there's going to be a couple, especially in the beginning, that I'm going to.
You're lucky you're still breathing.
I've already got these have been a while. Quite a few other people. especially in the second game, once I get into it, there's 3 people that that's tedious enough for other people.
I will annihilate you!
I just like to play simple. No, it is cool to have a nice wide. And I think there's some people I like. I can't say I dislike anyone.
You weren't so tough.
I think the game. That's just me. Obviously, see if the hold R2 gives you more ignition buttons.
Oh!
Shit. Do YouTubers properly write this shit on cue cards or something? Or have a script? Because, like,
Get this guy away from me!
I stumble a lot when I'm running out of shit to say. Or, like, my train of thoughts.
Hey, come back here!
I love comic actor.
Don't take another step closer, Blob.
Height.
Try and stop me, Queen Puff!
See these birds? Those also.
You X-Men are such tiny, frail things.
Combo!
Better XP. Better damage.
Combo! Combo!
All this fighting is making me hungry!
Combo!
All this fighting is making me hungry!
More damage with his
Combo!
You need more power to do that.
Just siphon up some of I didn't know you could like actually walk around this much. I was like
Combo!
this game you can't go without just
You need more power to do that.
Combo!
Guys. Now get Allison to the
ready
exit.
for a scrap.
I'll meet you there.
I will read them if they don't speak. Usually they speak, but not always. Gene, can you have Storm create some rain and keep the civilians on the street and give us a little cover?
Got it.
Because for some reason, I don't know if it's a glitch. Just fill all the dialogue, which makes sense. Early time games. They did good for it. It actually looks better on your guys' end than mine due to my capture card and the fact that I bought the PlayStation. Well, no. Because the PlayStation thing is plugged into my monitor. Because you have the normal PlayStation like slot where you plug in your games and whatnot. Well, it comes out as a piece, and then you need to plug it into a power source to run it. And then you can plug an HDMI cord, and then you can run it on any any form that requires HDMI, which is nice because then I'm like, oh, I can record all these PlayStation games. I'm hoping there's some because I wanted to do PlayStation games, but I couldn't find out the emulator. And I heard some stuff about the emulator, and I'm like, yeah, it's much easier if I just find a better way to do it. And this was the better way, was using my capture card, because the quality is due to it says 4K. Now it doesn't always record that way, especially for PlayStation. You're not going to get no 4K, but it is recording at a higher graphic.
You are destined to lose, X-Men!
Next! I can't lift this. Too heavy.
The goodies! Nanofiber, that's what I'm talking about.
I will annihilate you!
Thanks for playing.
Alright! It's like I said, nanofiber and shit. And early on, that is like the best shit to have. Because it does so much benefit for you that it's not even funny. That -5 damage could be like life or death. Strike on you. We'll do agility for him. You'll see the weakness. There's +2 chance for criticals. As I have nothing else, I'll do that. I prefer basic power enhancer for now. Later on, you can get stuff that's much better. You gotta be. Bro, it's not even close. He is like an XP away. It tells me. He is an XP. He's 1 XP point away. What is this? What is this game? That's I should be. And it is nice that you're dying and all of a sudden you hit
Just what I needed.
level up.
I will annihilate you!
You'll probably see it later on. You'll be good at this game. Should beat out you. And I'm pretty good. I'm definitely everything on my back.
Sorry about that.
Definitely explosive arrows. He uses as weapons, and if he watches this video, he might have it. He might just tell me. But he knows what he did. Bro killed us like 3 times. I killed myself a couple times just doing stuff. Explosive barrels, absolutely, guys, move! Absolutely messed us up. Stop it. Especially.
I'll see you again, X-Men!
He's the Chiseler twins.
The game's over, X-Men!
You need a minute to catch your breath?
Yes. See, usually with the energy, you're always full on energy packets, more or less. Very rare are you full on health, but it's early enough in the game. Once you get strong enough, you just can't. But this game does pretty good at because there's no difficulty. You just play the game, as you could tell when I began the game. So that being said, we can make it a little easier on ourselves by having everything earlier on. I'm gonna level up because I see it. If you haven't noticed, there's like a gold ring. Gold ring. You know, for some reason it never clicked. It's actually a DNA spiral. It circles around us. Yeah, let's get your health up. Oh, it wasn't unlocked. I'm sitting here like, what? But yeah, we're gonna put it into that. Okay. I'm not sure. I'm thinking it's level 15, and then you'll have everything unlocked. Now, as you level it up, it'll stop you from progressing. Sometimes you have to get when you level it up to that section, then you have to get like level 5, say, and unlock level 3. Now we're
You weren't so tough.
The goal is pretty much to look everywhere. That is the most tedious thing in this game.
I will annihilate you!
You weren't so tough.
The game's over, X-Men!
Get up!
Game, set, and match.
If it is, I'll find it.
I'll see you again, X-Men!
So like I said, there's a lot of combat in this game. But what he needs...
I will annihilate you!
I don't know why he
You ain't getting up from that.
lock on, it kind of like locks on itself, which I mean, if you see him there and you're full, you might as well just use one. Energy, you don't really have to use, especially for those. This is how it is. Let's get out of here. I didn't even mean to read that. That's what I was just gonna say, but that's funny that. And head back home. Let's just leave it at that. How about that? Now obviously this isn't the X-Jet everyone knows, because you'll see in the image, the X-Jet is a B-2 bomber. By far still a cool plane, so no hate towards it.
Why is all this happening to me?
Allison, it's okay.
Things were fine until last week. I got mad at my little brother and suddenly the ground started to shake. I knew it was my fault, but I didn't want to admit it.
Your powers are becoming active, which...
Things have only gotten worse. That lava in the street? I made it happen. I'm becoming a mutant.
There's nothing wrong with...
And that woman? She was gonna make me join something called the Brotherhood. She could come after me again. Anytime!
Allison, you couldn't be in safer hands. We're the X-Men.
And if you guys don't know from the comics, it's not the X. You think it could, it's Xavier, Charles Xavier, X-Men, Xavier's Men, something like that. That's how I always kind of pieced it, but not really at the same time. The X stands for extra power. The gene. The X gene. Which is funny because the men are the ones who create the mutants. So wouldn't you think it'd be the Y gene?
Professor Xavier, I'd like you to meet Allison Crestmere.
Hello, Allison. Welcome to the Institute. How are you?
But in the very first comic book,
A little confused, but I'm okay.
Extra power. That's what the X-Men stands for.
That's understandable. Perhaps Jean could take you on a tour of the mansion. Or would you prefer that I show you the true purpose of the Institute in the sub-basement?
I'd like Jean to show me around.
It would be my pleasure. As you move from room to room, I'll give you a little information on the X-Men.
Once you're done with Jean's tour, come back here and I'll show you the sub-basement.
Lead the way, Allison.
Okay, so pretty much for the rest of this, we are going to be exploring the X-Mansion, just to show it around. Since there's only 3, I'm going to read their bios. Name, Logan, the Wolverine. Logan is a man who's a mystery even to himself, a victim of vicious experiments at the Weapon X laboratories. Wolverine's memories have been severely damaged. Who he is and where he came from may be lost to him forever. But one thing is certain, he's the best at what he does. Born in Canada, Wolverine worked for Department H, a group of superheroes based in Ottawa, Canada. Wolverine eventually left his homeland to work for Charles Xavier and the X-Men. Possessing a mutant ability to quickly heal physical damage, Wolverine also has claws he can extend and retract from the back of his hands. Perhaps because of his mutant healing factor, the Weapon X labs fused adamantium to his bones, making the skeleton virtually indestructible. His acute sense of smell allows him to follow the trail of any enemy, because he's a viral animal, practically. Cyclops. Real name, Scott Summers. Duty would be the word that best sums up Scott Summers. It is his sense of duty that led him to become the first member of the Professor Xavier's team of X-Men. It is also his sense of duty that continues to drive him to bear the awesome burden of team leader. That's just cocky. Cyclops' eyes are able to generate a blast of energy which is strong enough to melt steel. The energy comes from solar energy his body absorbs. Unfortunately, he was hurt as a youngster when he and his brother Alex were forced to jump from a burning plane. Damn, didn't know that. I knew he got hurt and that's why he has to wear the visor and the sunglasses, but I didn't know he had to jump from a plane. Because of that injury, Scott cannot control his optic blasts. Were it not for the special glasses with ruby quartz lenses Professor Xavier developed, it was actually, well, maybe it was Professor X, but from what I've seen, it was like Beast. I mean, you get the gist. Cyclops would not be able to open his eyes without emitting a beam of energy. Jean Grey. She goes, but her like name in the comics and whatnot was like Miss Marvel, or she can be called like the Phoenix or something. But obviously, she's just called Jean Grey. So real name Jean Grey. Being mildly telepathic as a child, Jean Grey first met Professor Xavier in hopes he could correct problems she experienced in dealing with her mutant talent. Later on, in her teenage years, she joined Xavier's group and became the 5th X-Men. She was initially given the codename Marvel Girl, but that title is rarely used anymore. Wolverine will occasionally refer to her as Red because of her bright red hair. Jean Grey is a very gifted mutant possessing both telepathic and telekinetic abilities. She is one of the few mutants strong enough to operate Cerebro, the mutant detection system designed by Professor Xavier. Her powers continue to grow, and she fears not being able to control them, for in times of extreme duress, they can overwhelm her. And when that happens, she becomes a malevolent entity known as the Phoenix. It has only happened a handful of times, and the X-Men have always corrected the situation, but the fear of it is never far from Jean's mind. Okay, and I will probably never come back to that, so I figured I'd do it then.
Hello, Allison. Are you ready to see the...
I'd like Jean.
It would be...
Once you're done with
Did you...
This house is too cool. Who owns it?
The Xavier Mansion is owned by Professor Charles Xavier. Once it was his family's estate, but he had bigger plans.
Looks as if it hasn't changed since it was first built.
Oh, it's had quite a bit of remodeling over the years, but we're very fussy about keeping things as close to the original design as possible.
This place is huge. What kind of things are here?
The mansion has dormitories for the students, a swimming pool, a library, and a huge lawn should you feel the need to stretch your legs.
You know, I question who mows the lawn.
Who's Professor Xavier?
Professor Xavier, or Professor X as some call him, is the founder of the X-Men, but perhaps more importantly, he's a teacher.
What subject does he teach?
Physics.
Humanities. He's trying to help mutants and non-mutants learn that they can live together peacefully.
If you know from the movie.
So, Professor Xavier's a mutant too?
Oh yes. He's the most powerful telepath alive.
Thanks. I'll ask again if I need more info.
We're gonna go take a gander around the X.
Welcome to the Xavier Institute, Allison.
This place is huge. What?
Yeah, we already...
Cool.
We already went...
Thanks for the info.
Oh, this is where you review the comics. Hey! Wolverine. So we have to view that and get the +2, or is it just picking it up?
Classes are held here, Monday through Friday. The students receive a full curriculum in math, history, physics, and a wide variety of other topics.
So is this like the only one they have? It can't be, right? It'd be interesting.
This is the sitting room. It's a great place to kick back and relax. Needless to say, this room doesn't get a lot of use by the X-Men.
Okay, but why ain't Loki?
This is the day room. It's beautiful, isn't it? There are times I find it hard to believe there's a high-tech underground level beneath this grand old mansion.
An underground level?
Oh, yes.
Well, there's a
but
thing called
I'll leave that
basements,
part of the
which is a
tour to
typical
Professor
thing.
Xavier.
This ain't no mere basement. So obviously, it's just me and Jean. There's the rest of the X-Men aren't around. We don't need to review the cinematics.
Believe it or not, we do take the time to sit down every once in a while and have a meal together, just like any other family.
I can't picture any of the X-Men actually cooking a meal.
You haven't lived till you've tasted Pete's barbecue or Betsy's Cornish hen.
Betsy. Oh yeah, it's upstairs. I'm sorry. Upstairs to the dormitories. Because there is a thing I kind of want to do up here. So, there is one thing. I do realize that the curtains...
The second floor of the mansion has bedrooms for many of the X-Men. Feel free to wander around and look in the rooms.
What if...
This is the second floor elevator. From here you can go to the first floor or the sub-basement.
That feels like an invasion of privacy. I always thought there was something. But yeah, you literally can walk into everybody's room.
This is Rogue's room. You'll like her. She's a bit of a wild child.
This is how you figure out who everybody's room is.
She tends to get into trouble.
Well, Rogue did a few questionable things before joining the X-Men, but she's proven herself to be an invaluable member of our team.
If you don't mind me asking, what can she do?
It's a bit complicated, but her power deals with direct skin contact, which is why she always wears gloves.
But obviously she's gonna tell me. You can walk into these rooms and you won't figure out, but some of them you can figure out. It's pretty easy.
Aurora Monroe lives here. Her mutant abilities allow her to control the weather, which comes in handy with her favorite pastime, gardening.
Aurora. What a pretty name.
Her code name is Storm. She takes over as leader of the X-Men if Scott Summers isn't around.
So, like, you can look at her stuff. Forge, you still owe me that carriage ride and a dinner at Karani's. I plan on collecting that when next you visit Aurora. So Storm will be up here in her room. Iceman will be on this floor. Rogue will be downstairs by the front door-ish area, or that, like, sitting area. So you can talk to a few of the X-Men after this, like, once you finish the tours.
Bobby Drake stays here. His code name is Iceman.
Let me guess. He makes ice.
He can freeze almost any object instantly. I'd keep an eye on him if I were you. He's a real charmer.
But, excuse me, the original 4 X-Men, like she stated, Jean Grey, or like stated, Jean Grey is the 5th. The original 4 was Cyclops, Beast, Iceman, and Angel. And then Jean shows up in that comic book and becomes X-Men.
This is the home of Peter Rasputin. He's pure Russian from the top of his crew cut to the bottom of his size 18 feet.
Size 18.
You'd never believe a body of steel could house such a gentle heart.
Review guns part here. Bobby will stand over there.
This room belongs to the ultimate man of mystery, Wolverine. Although he's a bit rough around the edges, Wolvie's the best friend you could ever want, and the worst enemy you could possibly imagine.
Squeeze me. Squeeze me. What's this room? Come on, you're gonna tell me about it. Trivia time! Rogue had once been romantically involved with which evil mutant? Dun, 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 dun. I will give you guys time to select the 5. We'll do 10 questions. I'm gonna count to 10. I should get them all right, being I know them. Comment down below if you guys got all 10 or how many out of 10 you got right. Answer: Magneto. The address for the X Mansion is, and like you should have seen this, and I will help you guys if you guys don't know it. It's in the video once we come to the X Mansion. It's in the cutscene. It's in that beginning part of that cutscene. So, place your answers. 1407 Gray Malkin Lane. And now, I had stated... See, Banshee, the name of my dog. Nice. I had stated the three. Now, I will help you since I already talked about it. The Banshee and Puck are not answers. But Beast, Angel, and Cyclops I had already listed being the first 3 of 4 of the first X-Men in the first comic book. And we read the bio on who the first X-Men is. So place your answers quickly if you haven't already. And it's Cyclops. We are 3 answers. Who isn't a member of the Brotherhood? Place your answers. Placed all right. It's Gateway. Name the machine Xavier used to augment his psychic powers. Place your bets, everybody. You got it. Cerebro. Why can't Cyclops control his optic blasts? Pick your answer. Bada bing, bada boom, it is number 1. Gambit's father trained him to be a what? A thief? A ninja? A plumber? A boxer? A cryptologist? Well, if you pick thief, you got it right. Nightcrawler is originally from where? Canada? America? Spain? Egypt? Germany? Where? Place your answers. It's Germany. 2 more questions. When Jean Grey is overwhelmed by her power, she becomes... the Phoenix. And the final question. Who is Cyclops' brother? Well, it sure as shit ain't Wolverine, or is it? Because they fight like brothers. It was also stated. It's Havoc. And just because. Oops. I didn't mean to press that. That's my bad. Anyways. We'll finish that. Okay, and that's the trivia. Place your number, how many out of 10 you got correct. Let's upgrade. Magma.
I'm done with the tour.
If you're done with the tour, go back to Professor Xavier.
Thanks.
So I have to go to Professor X. Because I was going to walk around and then talk to... I ain't done with shit. We didn't go on the other half. No, I'm not done with the tour. Gene!
Thanks.
Tell me about the rooms. Oh, Cyclops' room. I think this is Jean's room. I'm not gonna read this stuff. You guys can pause it. Whatever. Read enough. Just an unknown room. Oh no! I think Bobby's up here. I don't know. What's Bobby Excel Beast Shot Board. I don't know what that says. Read it if you want. Okay, good enough. No. Listen, so yeah, Bobby's downstairs. Okay. Well, I'm gonna just use the elevator. That's right here. It's We'll run through the sub-basement tour. Mess around a bit. Honestly, I'm not even gonna do this. The sub-basement tour, it really isn't much to the sub-basement tour, but you like have to do it because we have to go down there. So like I'll go initialize it, I guess. How to get back to the professor? The professor is this away? Yeah, because like I said, you can speak to Storm, Iceman, and
Could you take me on the sub-basement tour?
Yes, indeed. You see, a majority of this facility is underground so as not to attract the attention of those who mean ill will towards mutant kind. It features state-of-the-art training equipment that helps prepare the X-Men for any challenges they may encounter.
Bueno. The X-Mansion. Sub-basement. So this video is coming close towards the end. Like I said, hour episodes. Maybe not, maybe less. This is obviously first.
This is the War Room. From here, we keep a watchful eye on the world for any signs of trouble. This is also where the X-Men meet to formulate combat strategies.
What's that holographic globe?
That is the mission control computer. With it, you can examine and activate any missions that are currently available to the X-Men.
I'll have to take a look at that later.
Yeah.
Very good. Now, would you like a tour of the sub-basement, or would you prefer to explore on your own?
I won't take the tour from him. Just
Thanks, but I don't need a tour.
walk around. I will take us on the tour because we'll see other stuff. So now we can talk to the various X-Men. Obviously, you can get what.
I'm sorry, miss. My sincerest apologies if I frightened you.
Are you Hank McCoy?
Yes, indeed. Although my code name is Beast, for obvious reasons, I didn't always look like this. My animalistic appearance is due to a further genetic mutation. Aren't you Allison Crestmere? The young lady they aided in New York today?
Yeah. I'm sure everyone's heard of me. I'm the freak who can turn a mini-mall into mini Pompeii.
Allison, my dear, you are most certainly not a freak. You are a mutant, just as I am.
Since you're a scientist, could you explain to me exactly what a mutant is?
It would be my pleasure.
Like I said, there's a lot of.
You see, Mother Nature has a way of changing life forms, experimenting with them to see what would better help a species to thrive in its environment.
That's evolution, like what Darwin wrote about.
Very good, Allison. Correct.
Yes,
And recently, evolution has decided to endow various humans with an X gene, which is what gives us special abilities. So mutants are really just the next phase in human evolution, and the X-Men strive to be the conscience of this new breed. It's quite exciting.
The people in New York didn't think it was exciting when I started making lava burst out of the ground. I bet my friend Mandy will never talk to me again.
You never know what the future may hold. In the meantime, you have new friends, Allison. A whole mansion full of mutants who know exactly what you're going through.
Thanks for the talk, Beast.
My pleasure, Allison. Feel free to drop by any time. Perhaps we could discuss Darwinism in greater detail.
Anyways, because Professor would just walk us around, like he'd follow you. What is in? I don't know if I've been in the X-Chat hangar. If anyone's in here, unknown to me. There's only a couple. There's only a few X-Men. So I'd highly doubt anyone would be in here. We can run around various rooms. Obviously, X-Jet. That's all that's going on. cartoon, they destroy like 3 of them, like back to back. And the X is much different there as it is here. Clearly, it's not a B-2 bomber. It's in X-Men First Class, when they went back in time to start there. It's a SR-72 Blackbird, which is an extremely cool plane. But after that, it's kind of modeled like an SR-72 Blackbird, but like with more of a futuristic modification to it, essentially. Their plane. That's where you can talk to her, so she's
Hello, Allison. Are you finding your way around all right?
Yes, I'm just exploring. So you and Cyclops are an item, huh?
It was a long time coming, but yes. Eventually, we managed to get together.
But isn't it difficult dating someone when you're a telepath? There'd be no surprises.
Oh, I would never read a person's mind unless I was given permission. But because of my powers, Scott and I have developed a permanent psychic bond.
It's always
a
weird.
Psychic
When
bond?
they talk, they just like have their
Anywhere I go,
arms
I
out
can
just like
always
that.
feel his presence, just as he can feel mine. I guess you could say we're soulmates.
Ow! I was gonna make it an old knee slapper, and I just absolutely need my desk. We don't need that.
I should be going now.
Oh, look at her.
Anytime you feel the need for a little girl talk, just let me know.
Sorry, Dan. She went to me. Open the brig. Unnecessary. The words of Charles Xavier. The war room is right here. Forge you can talk to over here. Forge, no need. He's a little used to us right now. Does he do anything with him yet? I don't think. I think he just talk with Allison. That's it. Cerebro! Put it on! The danger room. Use this. I'm gonna wait. If there's a danger room. Yeah. So we got those two. We'll go upstairs now. Go to the ground floor. We'll do that. Because this elevator should take us right to Iceman. I do believe. So, let's double check that, I guess. Yep.
Wow, the scenery around here just improved 100%. Jean said you were cute, but that was the understatement of the century.
You must be Bobby Drake.
Hey, it's nice to see my name's gotten around. Did the other girls tell you what a cool dude I am?
No,
Knee
but
slapper.
Jean Grey
Cool.
warned me to
Get it?
keep an eye
It's
on
cold.
you.
Oh, well, don't believe everything Jean says. She still hasn't forgiven me for that little incident in the changing room. Man, you enter one room without knocking and you're branded for life.
I've heard you have the mutant power to freeze anything instantly.
Yep, I can drop my body temperature and the air around me to sub-zero temperatures. It lets me cover my body in a protective shield of ice that even bullets can't get through. Pretty wicked, huh?
Yeah, I'll say.
But enough about me. Let's talk about you. It's always nice to meet a new student, especially one as pretty as you.
Thanks, Bobby. But I'm not sure I want to be a student.
Aw, come on. It's a lot of fun. Plus, you learn how to use your powers.
I'm not sure. Being able to generate lava kind of
She's kind of a
freaks me
teenage
out.
character. My dad always liked to
You
use
get used to
characters
having
since
mutant
he was
powers,
powerful.
after a while. Eventually, you'll even get to like them.
I find her slightly annoying.
I hope to see you
Especially
soon,
when
Bobby.
she's yelling "Stop it!" in
Oh,
the opening
you can
cutscene
count on
of
that,
this
Allison.
game, so. I don't know how many people want to sit here and like watch me talk, so I might just talk to Rogue and not go to Storm.
Hey, y'all. Aren't you the new girl?
And then we'll probably cut there.
Wow, cool costume. You've got to
We
be
go
an X-Man.
outside in a different time.
That's right, hun. My name's Rogue.
And you're a mutant.
Yup. My power lets me absorb all kinds of things through skin contact. Other mutant powers, memories, even someone's life force if I'm not careful. But it only lasts for a short time, and then I return to normal. Or at least as normal as I can be.
So now you might be saying, because there was a lover with like Magneto, right? How are you gonna be able to do anything? And then Wolverine says that in the first. I think it's one of them. It's the first or second movie. I'm not sure. Because she starts dating Bobby, and they kind of ask him, like, so how you guys, you know? And Iceman's just like, we're working on that. Because obviously that'd be hard, because you can't touch Rogue, or she'll drain your energy out through physical. See, now I get that through her touching you with her hands, right? But what it? No. Maybe, I don't know. Obviously, you just can't touch her through, like, you can touch her skin, because I know you kiss her, that'll do it. So I guess. But the reason Magneto was able to is because obviously he's got the power of magnetism. So any metal that's attracted by magnets, he can move and whatever not. So don't get that confused by him being able to move metal. Something got magnetism. But that magnetism shielded him and allowed him and Rogue to be able to touch, and they were lovers for a while. You get that gist.
Where'd you get that accent?
Figured I'd point that out there.
Come on now, sugar. Y'all don't mean to tell me a Yank like you has never met someone from the South?
Never met someone from the South.
I was in New Jersey once.
Sugar.
Well, honey, I grew up in a little town along the bank of the Mississippi River. I'm as southern as mint juleps and magnolia trees.
Where on the Mississippi River? You know how many states touch the Mississippi River? She says down south, so I mean you could probably take it like Texas, Oklahoma, around yonder or something. I don't know geometry. That's not geometry. I don't know our states map geographically, all of them. Anyways. Tennessee, maybe? Missouri? Something like that.
You're lucky. At least you've got a mutant power that's easy to hide.
Oh, it's not that easy, Allison. I can never touch someone without taking something from them.
Oh,
yeah,
I never thought of that.
Once, I bumped into Nightcrawler and I was blue for a week.
Night who?
She turned into a Smurf.
Never you mind, sweetheart. You'll know him when you see him.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. We'll probably be in the team later.
Talk to you later.
Don't be a stranger.
But I'm going to say that is going to do it for this episode. And then next episode we'll get into the next mission area, and pretty much all of next episode is going to be combat. Now, most of this episode was combat, the first bit, and this last half hour apparently. Ish. 20 minutes anyway, something like that. Has been talking. And like I said, there's a lot of combat in this game, but if you sit here and talk around, there's a lot of dialogue for this game. So, it can extend. Well, whatever. But thank you all so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this game, comment down below. Especially how many of the questions out of 10, I believe we did 10, it should have been 10, or it was around 10, that you got right. Definitely, you guys got to comment that down below. But also, please like this video to show your support that I know you love X-Men. And hit the subscribe button and turn on post notification bells if you aren't subscribed, new to the channel, or if already subscribed and don't have notifications turned on, so that way you know when I'm uploading. Alrighty? Does that work all for you guys? Well, thank you all for watching this video, and I have very much enjoyed it. So, without further ado, peace out.